really consistent, it feels like, recently in terms of kicking the ball ahead, kicking the ball across, people running to put pressure on the paint if applicable or appropriate, and then also flattening the defense and getting to the corners. And when you do that with the speed that we can play with and the talent and dynamic variety that we have with the basketball, it's really hard to guard.
They were handled and dismantled. Feet and cement, spread thin. Looked old out there, actually. It was a disgrace. Total disgrace.
An exclusive emphasis on anybody that rebounds that we want him to push. That's part of getting mismatches or advantages for the defense can't get set. He's obviously at the top of that pecking order in terms of that demands attention and crowds. And I think he's done a really good job of understanding when to get off of it, when there's someone ahead of him to get the ball to that person, because that means we have a more advantageous opportunity when there's a teammate ahead. And I think that's the variety that's hard to guard.
He got on it and he got off of it. Ignited his teammates, ignited this franchise. That's what winning is all about. A certain mindset, a certain approach. Houston didn't have it. Will they ever get it?
And so if we can continue to acknowledge and celebrate that for not only ourselves, but for each other, I think it makes us that much more dynamic.
Dynamic and ceramic. They were highly protected. And then you got the human fly swatter out there swatting things away like you're at a backyard barbecue with no aluminum foil. This team has got to get on the same page. This team has got to figure out how they're going to get better defensive players in the offseason. Yes, we have specialists. I've said that plenty of times again. But they look old out there against the Spurs. Dorian Finney-Smith is not recovered. At least he's playing like he's not recovered. He can't move his feet. Tari Eason looked like a shell of himself from last season defensively. Miss Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, they're one of the best teams in the league. Ime's going to impose his competitiveness and his will on his team. They have guys that have been around in terms of Kevin Durant and those young players that they're developing, and vets like Finney-Smith and Capella and Okogie. So I was expecting it. I just wanted us to make sure we weren't feeding into the run.
Overall, the team looked slow. It was a defensive disgrace. Tari Eason, Finney-Smith, it's not looking good. Finney-Smith probably be one and done. He's going to be on that airplane straight out of Houston. Tari Eason looking for that contract. I don't know, man. We have specialists. They're not playing like it. Or San Antonio just that damn good that make you look like that. Durant looked old on offense. They smothered him. They have the pieces and the depth that can take care of prolific scorers like a KD. Bother him, wear him down all game long. And where did that leave you? Finding answers. Next season, man, is going to be a U-Haul. Bring the U-Haul truck. They're going to make the playoffs, obviously, right? But they're not going to make any noise. There's too many teams that have shown that they can wipe the floor with them. San Antonio is one of them in their conference. Can't beat Denver. A lot of teams are questionable. You relying heavily on KD. Nobody can pick it up but Reed Shepherd. The offense is stagnant. They get in trouble pitching to KD. The biggest disappointment is the defense. You can't stop anybody. That's what this team is built on with Emu Udoka is the defense. Once that's broken, then you're joking. Goodbye.
Then typically the rest will take care of itself.